If you're a young man aged around my age and you're struggling with quitting masturbation, this video will give you the mindset and the best way so you can quit masturbation very easily. I've been trying to quit masturbating for quite a long time, and after I found this method I realized it had helped me a lot and I achieved good results. So I wanted to share it with other people who are struggling with this awful thing as well. If you go to gym, you probably heard about this thing called progressive overload. And if you don't know what it is, don't worry, I'll explain. Progressive overload is a method used at the gym to gain muscle and strength, and how it works, it's actually easy. You just add a little weight on every 1 or 2 weeks or something like that. You add weights little by little every week instead of suddenly doing a heavy set. And we want to use this method to decrease the amount of time that we waste our energy on the pixels on the screen. First step is going to be really easy. Just count how many times a month you fap. Let's say, for example, you fapped 20 times this month. And that's it for the first step. Next, try not to fap more than half of the amount of time you fapped last month. So let's say, for example, you fapped 20 times last month. So you have to not fap more than 10 times this month. Like, you have to decrease it to half. Or if it's hard for you and you can't stop doing it, you can just set goals. For example, you can decrease it by 5, you can do less than 15 times this month. The thing we want to do here, we want to slowly decrease the number until we get to the number that we want. And the third and the last step we want to do is to repeat the first and the second step until we stop fapping at all or reach the goal of doing it under 3 times a month. And this was the method that I tried, and it really did me a huge favor to not waste my energy. And if you want this video to be actually helpful and not be like those videos that just waste your time, you need to take notes then action. I know it might take time, but it's worth it. Even Hamza himself was struggling to quit fapping for 5 years based on what he said himself. And if you've watched so far, here's your reward. Some tips and quotes you can use to make the Nofap journey much easier than it is. I don't give a fuck if you just fapped. Get your jobs done today. You're releasing your energy to pixels. You're masturbating while they're making money out of you. How would you feel if you see yourself watching porn? Not even a peek. Listen to the part of your brain that says to stop this shit. Don't get depressed after you fapped. Don't let yourself to be lazy after you fapped. Subscribe if you're interested in these kind of topics. And as wise people say, do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it.